Also breaking here this midday, Fremont police have concluded their investigation into last week's incident following a protest by students at school where one student hit another with their car. 6 people have been issued citations as of today. The driver of the SUV was cited for leaving the scene of an injury accident, and a juvenile pedestrian was cited for being in the road. Police will not confirm to us if this was the victim who was hit by the SUV. 3 other juveniles were cited, and 1 adult female from Fremont was cited for criminal mischief and disorderly conduct. We have a full recap from the event that day, including video of the incident for you over at firstalert6.com.